Just past 10 a.m. on Monday, December 15th. The sun is out and the thermometer says it's 23 degrees outside. People saying yesterday that thermometer was wrong when it said it was snowing in 36. What do you say, Toy T-Rex? You say, good morning, TK. It's back to work Monday. Geraniums getting ready to bloom again. And we had an amazing day yesterday. It was like 3 different kinds of weather. Nice gently falling snow in the morning. And then it was almost warm enough for rain and everything was dripping and melting. And then we had a snowstorm that was almost a blizzard last night. Almost. We had about 2 or 3 hours where it was snowing an inch an hour and the wind was gusting past 45 miles an hour. So close to verifying as a blizzard. And my brother out plowing says, well, I plowed 3 in the morning yesterday and then I went back and plowed another 6 in the evening. So yeah, I think you got your 9, TK. But really, in reality, I think we got about 5.5 is going in the books for me here. So this part I shoveled because it was all slushy. And then this part I did not shovel. And so I guess I can find a ruler around here somewhere, unless it's frozen in there. Of course it's frozen in there. Blowing and drifting. I've got the critter prints here. Tracks, right? Animals leave tracks, humans leave prints. And I would say that's a rabbit bouncing really tall. How about this weather stick right here? Left over from Danielle. And it's been blowing and settling and whatnot. And it says about 6. So I think 6 can go in the book quite nicely. And that matches up with a lot of the cocoa raws. You know who got the most snow yesterday, though? At least in southeastern. I used to think New York was part of New England, but it's not. But southern New England, adjacent Long Island, picked up about 8 inches of snow. And if it was a little colder, we probably would have had our 6 to 9. So I should know better. I mean, I grew up here. It's so hard to get it to snow a lot in the first half of December because we're surrounded by 45-degree ocean water. And so it was a feat of strength by Mother Nature to get it snow at all here. But that's what happens when you get 4 Arctic outbreaks. This morning on Mount Washington, or last night, the temperature got to 15 below zero. And this is the 4th intrusion of Arctic air with the temperature getting below 10 below on top of Mount Washington, where the wind this morning gusted to, it was only 95 miles an hour, where last week it gusted to 122 miles an hour. Losing track of these Arctic intrusions, but each one brings colder air further south, and it kind of worked out like we thought. It would snow north, then central, then south. So most of New England is covered with snow, and you can see that a little bit using the visible satellite image this morning. I'll close in on the northeast. Wonderful mosaic of ocean effect clouds out there with that steaming ocean and continuing to snow over the ocean. But inland, it's mostly clear in most of New England, so you can see the faint white on the ground. It looks like the least white on the ground might be in southeastern Maine. Is that true? Has it not snowed in southeastern Maine? I think it has. So I think all of New England has had at least a little bit of snow and now has some snow on the ground. So regardless whether we get a white Christmas or not, we can at least say, well, we had a white Christmas season as it snows before Christmas, but we are going to get a warmer wave coming in here. There's the blue sky. A lot of times this time of year when you get the cold air, I can look this way and see nothing but blue sky, and I can see the ocean effect clouds, and there was one there a second ago. And icicles. Yeah, we had a lot of dripping yesterday. There's no heater. This picnic table doesn't have a heater, and the sun's not hitting it. That was just the melting snow from yesterday. So I love looking at the little critter prints. It looks more like a chipmunk, right? And this feeder has some seed in it. What are you waiting for, birds? All right, what else did I want to talk about? What's going on? The record cold. Yeah. Oh, record at low temperatures again, 3rd day in a row. The coldest December 15th sunrise ever for residents from Indiana to Louisiana to North Carolina. And as far south as Wilmington, Ohio, I think we were sub-zero this morning. That is underneath the center of the Arctic high pressure system, which is over the southeastern United States. And that's a strong high. It was in the 1040s. Now it's in the 1030s. And what is wind? Air moving from high to low pressure. And this low pressure system that went by New England, when it went by yesterday, it was just a weak wave. It was around 1,006 millibars. And now this morning, it has deepened to 970 millibars. That's 36 millibars in 24 hours. Bombogenesis plus 12 millibars. It's the second bomb cyclone of the month of December. And eventually something like that may try and form closer to New England. Well, they've been just missing us. And oh, look at this. I think I might have a little deeper snow here. Maybe we can up the snow amount. Oh yeah, we've got 7 over here. You can't see it, can you? Try and do that again. Many measurements is how you do snowfall. Oh yeah, 7. So it's quite subjective. Snowfall amount measurement is subjective. There was so much pretty green on the trees here earlier. Yesterday's weather is going to be covered more in depth in the end more. We walked around, watched the Patriots. Excruciating. I was not happy about the Patriots. I was not happy about the weather, but then things turned around and we went out and watched a blizzard, and we'll see all that in a few minutes. So there are our neighbors. We did everything yesterday. We're doing it again today, cleaning off the snow. As last night after most of us went to bed, it kept on snowing. It was a 12-hour snowfall. So we get that part right. It was just a little too warm. What's next? All right, there's a little wave on our front coming at us, and why don't we just cut right to the Euro and try and get this done in fewer than 10 minutes using the Euro guidance. And there's the high pressure system going off the southeastern United States, and on the backside of these highs, you usually warm up fairly quickly. There's another weak short wave coming through tonight that's going to kind of reinforce the cold for northern New England overnight. But the fact that we're not getting radiational cooling, we are not going to have record cold here. It's just going to be kind of regular cold. And then tomorrow, a high pressure is going off to our south, and you have a storm coming out of the northwest, another disastrous rainstorm coming across Washington state, and that's going to go across Canada. So the storm track is across Canada this week, so we're going to have probably the warmest week we've had in about 3 weeks, with winds coming in from the west on Tuesday. But then there's another cold front on Tuesday night, and Wednesday, briefly, the Arctic air is not coming back, but it's just north of us, and it's so cold wall to wall in Canada, and the storms are so powerful. But it gets colder again Wednesday night, setting the stage for Thursday, overrunning. There may be a tiny bit of wintry mix, but Thursday afternoon, we have a full latitude trough and an incredibly powerful storm going across the Midwest, and that's going to bring in heavy rain and wind late Thursday night and Friday morning. We could wake up to thunderstorms in eastern New England with a temperature in the 50s to near 60, and the wind gusting to near 60 if we can mix down through the inversion. And then there's a little lull in the wind Friday afternoon, and then here comes another Arctic push Friday evening. What a squall line coming across northern New England Friday night. All of a sudden, the wind is gusting past 40 miles an hour again, and the temperature's going down to 0 degrees on Saturday morning at the Canadian border, down to 32 at the south coast. So a refreeze, but we will probably lost most of our snow here on Cape Cod. Saturday, briefly nice before another low goes to our north, and we get some more probably snow just at the Canadian border on Saturday night into Sunday. And then another front, not quite Arctic, but polar front's going to get south of us. Meanwhile, there's record warmth in the middle of the nation and powerhouse storms, one after another, off the Pacific, and so cold in Canada. And that cold reaches down in here on Monday, and then on Tuesday it lifts back out again, and then there's another cold front on Tuesday night, and now we get to Wednesday, Christmas Eve day, December 24th, and it is a high pressure system to our north. Wow, this is day 10 now, the day before Christmas, high to our north. That's completely different than when a high goes to our south. That kind of cold will hold, but there's another storm coming in off the northwest, and it looks like it's snowing in a lot of the mountains out west, doesn't it? And we have the thickness packed over New England. Thicknesses being those lines I talk about for Arctic air. 540 line over Connecticut is cold enough for snow, but look how close together they are. 534, 528, 522, 516, 510, and even 504 in northern Maine. And north of that, we have the 498 and the 492 thickness Arctic air to the north. Storms coming in off the Pacific. It's the day before Christmas. What can happen? Oh, you know what can happen. Anything can happen. This is New England. This is wonderful. And we're in our backyard now, and I'm done talking about the weather for today. I'll have a lot more in the end more in a moment. I'm going to measure the snow once again right here. It kind of looks a little bit deeper, doesn't it, again? Can't stop, won't stop. 6 inches. So I over-forecast. I underestimated the warmth. There are the pumpkins I brought down. Look at them. They look like iced pumpkins. So I'm feeding the critters. They're eating the pumpkin seed, but hopefully a few of the seeds will make it down to the compost pile, and we'll have compost pumpkins next season. All right, and more, hanging around with the neighbors yesterday. Jeff came over. We were shoveling, and he says, oh, I hate when I get leaves when I'm shoveling snow. Well, that happened right there, Jeff. The leaves are under the snow. I never finished doing the leaf work, and I'm not sure I will either, but you don't want to leave your leaves on the lawn for the winter because the grass will die out under them. A thin layer isn't bad, but thick is not good. All right, so, we're before 10 minutes. Let's go to Enmore. Yesterday's weather today, and probably repeating a lot of what I already said yesterday. An incredible day for chasing the third chase with the TK chase van, and the third successful chase getting snow. So we've chased snow in New Hampshire and Vermont, and now Cape Cod. Who's next? And we also have some footage from our friends up in Vermont, where it snowed yesterday, because it always finds a way to snow in Vermont. And Steve and T-Rex will be back tomorrow, and more. And more, 11 a.m., not in a hurry Sunday. Something came up, got on the road before I even started editing. No, it's not breakfast with Santa, although that does sound appealing. Plows are out, but 34 degrees. I'm stuck to a cable. Old Bass River Road. Town's taking care of it. So far, so good. Gotta be flexible when you're not in a hurry on a Sunday and you don't have a plan. Someone needs a little assistance. Give them the assistance. And now I'm backing down a curved driveway. Okay. All right, I'll put the phone down for this. But big chunks of snow and ice falling off the wires and trees, making loud noises on the big van. 6 is in good shape here midday. It's just wet. The snow is not very heavy. It's light snow, 34 degrees. So kind of a lull between deformation bands, I guess. The sounds of slush. It's 34 degrees and there's water on the windshield. That would be snow melting off the tree branches. Some massive snowflakes starting to mix in. It's just classic Cape Cod. Very wet. White. If it were colder, we would already have about 7 or 8 inches of snow. I should have taken that into account, how warm it is. For now. Zero accumulation in the hour where the van was not in the driveway. It's starting to come around from the northeast a little bit now, the wind. And Fallon's Pond may turn to ice overnight tonight, but the wind may stop that. Looks like it's kind of slushy right now. Once again, when you can see across the pond this well, it's accumulating less than 1/4 of an inch an hour, and mostly just on the old snow right now.
How's it going, McGavin? Scooter McGavin. Scooter says it's absolutely honking pow again. What is going on? The radar didn't look too busy until tonight, or this afternoon at least. We are just getting it. Got the tree up like a week ago. And I just got to putting lights on. That's all the farther I got. I mean, look at this. It was a little ridiculous. That's 10 feet of snow right there. I'm shoveling off the deck.
There's Vest, Rabel, signing autographs. It looks like that was earlier. The snow looks like it stopped there in Foxborough, and we've really got a lull here in Dennis also. Midday. That was a long end of the first half, but up by 21. And snow is pretty much, the organized snow bands are done. Now we're gonna watch for ocean effect to kick in. So variable, much less dense snow on top of the couple inches. So we'll take a halftime opportunity to go out and remove the slush part of this system. You can still hear the drip in, and there really has been no accumulation since this morning. It's been just like white rain practically. And I hear off Cape, very disappointed with it, less than 2 inches of snow. Yeah, underachiever. So far, still a way to go. See the van that I parked there a couple hours ago has no snow on top of it. It's too warm. Jeff Mers, our snow monitor, is holding the camera. Now he's a videographer. So it's all just slush right now. And the temperature's just starting to drop. And Jeff, how do you feel when you're shoveling and you get more leaves than snow?
I hate it. I hate it with a passion. It isn't right, but it is a mix of the seasons. Look at that.
It's raking.
You're ruining the beautiful snow. Look at that. Oh my God.
I know, look at this over here.
Oh yeah, think about the worms.
Well, it's not good for your lawn though, to leave the leaves on there all year.
The bugs loved it. I just did my leaves last week. There were so many bugs underneath, it was insane. Look at that. That is just not right. You're ruining the beautiful snow cover. Look at that. All the worms, no.
When's the last time we had 3 inches of snow, Jeff?
I think that was February 9th of last year. It was overnight snow.
We had 3 inches once last year?
4.
4.
A fluff, too. I remember that. That was like a broom snow.
So this will end up, if we can get 5, will be the deepest snow for the calendar year 2025.
Yes, it will.
Cool. And still 2 weeks ago. Thanks, man.
Yeah, if we're gonna get it, it's gonna be like P-Town, Wellfleet. They usually take a good beating up there with the ocean effect.
Yeah, I like Brewster too sometimes. And once in a while it surprises you and hits in Sandwich. Once in a while.
It's always anomalous. Misses.
Neighbors helping neighbors. That's the beauty of what snow does. And this snow is not really snow, it's slush. And I can feel the temperature dropping right now. Everything is gonna be so icy. Even though this road was plowed, now it's just gonna be a sheet of ice. Jeff, can you run and slide right into me?
No. I'll have to sue the town.
What was so picturesque this morning with snow covering everything has turned kind of drippy. I've had 0 accumulation since 10 o'clock this morning. A net loss of snow, even though it's been snowing for the most part since then. And next comes fourth quarter and sunset. Watching for ocean effect. Maybe we'll go down the beach. See Tim Ellis. So let's say 24, 21. Uh-oh. We got trouble. Gotta get in there and watch the end of the game. It's so pretty out. I don't want to leave. Did we miss anything while we were shoveling?
Yeah, like 21, 28 points.
Buffalo took the lead and the Patriots just took it back all while we were just out here making sure our driveway was safe. Oh my goodness. All right, I think this means we got to go in and watch the fourth quarter now. Can't handle it. Wow. Everything's so dynamic. Football. All of a sudden we've got a new round of accumulating snow. Funny how this always happens right at sunset. It's not ocean effect. This is synoptic by the look of it because it's really fine. Usually ocean effect is fat flakes. So this has some girth to it. And let's see, this is starting fresh. How much we get here between now and morning. I just checked out the radar to verify whether it was synoptic or ocean effect. And it's both. Look at the middle of Cape Cod. Snow's coming at us from the north and the south. So that stuff on the right is the synoptic overrunning, and the stuff up top is the ocean effect coming from Cape Ann right down all of Route 3A. So it's snowing again at home. Well, home being there and here. And this, oh my goodness. Well, this is how this ends. Oh, 11-3 is not bad. Buffalo's 10-4. So I think the math still keeps the Patriots ahead, but no clinch of AFC. And the snow stopped again. I'm happy the Patriots did way better than we thought, and I'm happy that it snowed on Cape Cod before Christmas. Just had a gust of 47 in Dennis and 52 in Wellfleet. Look at that dark green coming down Route 3. Wow, there must be cars off the road there. And it's snowing harder in Sandwich than it is in Brewster because it's still about 32 or 3 in Brewster. And we're down to about 29 in Sandwich, so the colder air is wringing it out. I think we should go down to the beach just to see if it's going sideways at Corporation. What do you say, Jeff? Want to do it? 7 o'clock, temperature's finally going below freezing. Almost this entire storm, the temperature has not been below freezing here in the mid-Cape. And it may look like a blizzard down at the beach. I think we should go check it out. It's our job. And another thing, I thought when the wind picked up, it would be below freezing and the snow wouldn't stick to everything, but it was not below freezing, so the snow is sticking to everything, even though it all melted off earlier in the day.
It looks nice.
Chuck's tree, very symmetrical.
He didn't do the house at all.
It's kind of busy. Probably as close as we're coming to a white Christmas here on the north side of Cape Cod. Oh, oh, oh.
Nobody at Captain Frosty's tonight.
Captain Frosty's. Come on, give us a little ice cream.
Frosty, I'd love a
some onion
lobster roll
rings.
right now.
Yeah, lobster roll. Oh, we found the lobster roll. Would like to book a cruise for July 4th, please?
Yeah,
Thanks a lot.
sign me up. This is the time of year to do that.
Just a flagpole rack and the wind won't stop. Whistle up there. Seward Harbor. 8 p.m. Sunday, December 14th. Not a blizzard. This is just a drill. North side of Dennis, 30 degrees, 7:49 p.m. Not a blizzard. This is just a drill. We will have a blizzard later this month. New Year's Eve, I'd say. 7:36 p.m., 30 degrees at Corporation Beach.
Get the high beams on?
Not quite a blizzard, but pretty close. Just happens to be also high tide as we approach the new moon here on December 14th, 2025. Cape Cod. Getting the real deal. First snow of the season.
Almost look like definition of blizzard.
Almost a blizzard. Like somebody said on their blog about 5 days ago. Who did that? That's right.
Blizzard boy.
Blizzard boy. Foose boy. NAM Foose boy.
With
What they
puppy
call
boy
me.
Cantori.
Yeah, why isn't he here?
I assume you got your high beams on, right?
We do. Okay. All right, we're in the name of science. I came out. You see how I'm dressed? Full gear. I found this snow stake from Danielle Niles. I gave to her a long time ago. She left at the station. So I stuck it down a couple times. I found a 5, 6. I could probably match Chatham if I keep walking around. Thanks for the inspiration. Call me crazy. I'm trying to focus.